Hi, welcome to my channel. I just finished what I'm calling kind of a mini budget bathroom makeover, meaning that I just set a budget and decided to jump in, take action, and just kind of update our guest bathroom. For me, when it comes to home projects, I tend to hit a few roadblocks that keeps me from ever kind of getting it done. One being I don't like to have to hire for help. If I have to hire out to, replace a light fixture or flooring, bigger things like that, I tend to just kind of drag my feet. The other one is I like so many different styles that I have a hard time picking one, and I get stuck in the land of, just thinking and planning, and months will go by, years will go by, and I'll just never jump in and start. The other one is, expensive projects. So if I'm spending thousands of dollars, it kind of just stops me a little bit because it's higher risk and I get kind of more stuck in the idea, is this the right design? Is this something I'm gonna like for years to come? And I just drag my feet. So finally, after looking at this bathroom for years now, I decided I just need to pick something, jump in, do things that are just cosmetic, topical, things I can do myself without having to hire anybody or spend a lot of money. Just something I can do to kind of refresh the bathroom and make it a space that I enjoy stepping into. And that's what I've done. With any home project, there are good things, and then of course there are lessons learned. We had our fair share of both, which I'll share along the way. There was one point of contention, which is kind of funny to watch unfold. Definitely something that my husband said, no, we're gonna do it this way here in a little bit. So it'll be kind of funny to watch that. And then fair warning, I do paint woodwork. I know a lot of people have a hard time watching that or have trouble with messing with wood. I do that. And then I do kind of a temporary treatment of our countertop. So just fair warning, and I'm sharing it all, and I'll share kind of what worked, what didn't work, and just the whole thing. All right, this project took me about 3 days to complete, and I spent about $250 which included fresh towels and then some countertop items just to kind of freshen the space up. But just a few $100s, a few days, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's very airy, bright, fresh, and it feels good to step into our bathroom now. So I'll stop rambling. Let's go ahead and get into it, and I hope you enjoy. All right, here we are. This is our main guest bathroom on the main level of our house. Gets lots of heavy use. The shower doesn't actually get used, but the tub does. So you can see we have, some dated elements for sure. What I'm going to be doing today and over the next few days is what I'm calling kind of an exploratory refresh. So basically that means anything I need help with or would need to hire, I'm not worrying about. So for example, this old light, I'm not worrying about it today. That's something that can wait till later. I'm not changing out faucets, even though I'm sure I can figure out how to do that. But I'm going to be focusing on just easy tasks that I can do myself. So switching out curtains, shower rods, little fixtures, painting. This little guy, I'm actually thinking I'm going to try painting this cabinet. Normally I take these out. I think most people would say to just take it out, put a piece of art there or shelves, which is what I've done in the past. I did it to our bathroom downstairs. And one in my old house, I did 3 shelves, but I like the storage. So I'm going to go ahead and try to paint it, see what it looks like. I'm going to spray paint the hardware to match kind of this brushed gold look I'm going for, and just see how it goes. And that's kind of what I mean by exploratory. I'm one of those people that sometimes I like so many different things that it takes me a long time to start a project. So what I'm basically doing is just jumping in. I know that I want to keep this bathroom light and bright. I love the natural light that comes in here. It always feels really fresh. So I want to play that up, and I'm just going to paint the room white. And I'm actually matching my white to the color of our doors and our trim, so just to make the painting easier. Now, the color that our previous owners picked out for the trim is called Origami White by Sherwin-Williams. They couldn't find the exact color, so I took an old paint can down and they color matched it for me. And just being able to not worry so much about, you know, clashing with the ceiling color and the trim color will just make painting a little bit easier. So I already sprayed my vanity and my cabinet down with this crud cutter. It's a degreaser just to clean things up, get them ready to prime. And I'm going to start in on priming my little cupboard here, and then the vanity itself. And then my plan from there, my goal is to get this done in a few hours so I can move on to painting the room tomorrow morning. And then just continue painting the vanities. Okay, so real quick, this is what I'm using to prime my wood surfaces. And I've actually used this before in one of our bathrooms downstairs and it worked really, really well. I didn't need to sand. I just, cleaned it off, primed the vanity I did downstairs, and then followed it up with a nice paint. And it's held up through heavy kid use, all sorts of things, and it's just done really well. Alright, status update. You can tell from the window that it is a few hours later. It's about 10 o'clock at night, and I've got all of the priming almost done. A few of these need maybe another coat, but everything is primed. And then tomorrow, the big lift is going to be just painting the walls, and then the little cabinet, and then the vanity, and then all of our doors and drawer fronts. So that's an exciting day. Okay, day 2 is underway. My main goal today is to get the walls painted and then our cabinet and vanity. So right now I'm working on all the edges. I started here, I've been kind of going around, and I'm just gonna go around, get all of our edges done, and then get my roller out and start painting. Also, this is going to be a day where I don't show my face up close. I just finished my workout and now I'm getting right into painting. I just want to make sure and stay on task, on schedule, and get this project done. We have some plans later this week. We actually have our 20th anniversary coming up, and I need to stay on schedule so that I can get all of this done, get it edited, get it out before we take off. Okay, a couple hours later, I went around and did all of the edge work, so all of the corners. I guess you can call that kind of cutting. I didn't tape anything. I really don't like taping. I find that I spend a lot of time taping and my edges are usually a little bit sloppy anyway, but it's kind of hard to tell in this light, but you can see the white and then kind of this yellowy beige that we had before, the former color. So just gonna go ahead and start rolling the walls, and I'm hoping that goes pretty fast now. It should. Okay, next day we got all of the painting done. I think I took some clips, hopefully, yesterday of me painting. I worked for hours. It was a whole day. All of the edges was kind of the hardest part, but I forget how long it takes to paint, even a small room like this. So yesterday was just a work day, but got it all done. I think the color looks really nice. So I really want to finish up today. I'm going to go ahead and put up my shower curtain. I'm actually doing 2 shower rods, one with window curtains, 96 inches. You know, like on windows, you're supposed to hang the curtains higher than the window to really make it look bigger. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So I have some curtains, and then I have a liner, which my new favorite thing to do, by the way, is ask ChatGPT to redesign rooms for me based on photos that I upload. And when I uploaded my bathroom, it was an okay design. I liked it, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. But it said use lots of light, airy shower liners, which is what I have. So I'm gonna have kind of this double layered look. Hopefully it'll look good. Okay, so these are the shower curtains. Excuse me, these are the curtains I got. They're 96 inches long, again for windows, but I thought, you know, they will work here. I like how they're kind of light and airy, light filtering. They're not solid, they're not blackout, just very fresh, very clean, but they're pleated, and they come with these little hooks. Took me a while to figure out how to do this, but you basically run your hook there. And then I also got, if I can get them open, I got these little curtain, what are these called? Curtain rings. And they just hook on just like that. So I think that'll be really pretty, hopefully. So I'm just gonna work on getting those put on, and then we'll get it put up. Okay, got our curtains up. So I did put up another layer. This is our inside layer, more functional. It's the shower liner in case we do use the shower, which again, we don't use it very often. And then on the outside, these are the 96-inch sheer window curtains. And I just love how it kind of lengthens the room using that really long length. I put the shower rod up really high, and then I made sure to do the inside one higher than the window. I didn't want it cutting across the window. I'm toying around with the idea of kind of how to keep them. I like them open like this, almost like window curtains, but we also have these little hooks right here. And I thought I could, you know, tie these back, something like that. I think I'm leaning toward just kind of leaving them down like that. Okay, time to talk about our counters. So our countertop is a nice quartz. The only problem with it is it's not the color I like, so I want to do a little bit of a band-aid, and just fair warning, a lot of people aren't going to like what I'm about to do, but for me in a bathroom like this, it's worth a try, and I'm treating it kind of like trying out a style until I can get, you know, someday a new vanity, a new countertop, something much more permanent. So I'm going to try my hand at this faux marble contact paper and just cover it up. I did get a matte finish, which I think looks a little more realistic. I am a little nervous to try this. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I wouldn't really do this in a kitchen, I don't think, just because it is kind of a temporary, kind of a band-aid kind of thing. However, I do think I would do it if I had really damaged countertops, or really like cheap countertops, or if I had like an RV, this would work really well just to brighten things up. Or I used to be a teacher. I even thought if I still had a classroom, I would, with permission, do something like this to cover student tables and just brighten up a classroom, kind of change how it looks just on a very surface level. All right, wish me luck. It's an hour and a half later. I spared you the footage of me struggling with that contact paper. I don't wish this upon anyone, not even if your countertop is damaged and needs replaced. Just buy a new one. In fact, my husband came in and I'm not for the trickery, but I'm telling you, I think I have a new countertop coming my way because he's not a fan of it. Now, upon first glance, it does look good. It looks nice, bright, but holy moly, that was hard to do. And at the end of the day, I am covering a nice quartz countertop with paper. So there's kind of a weird ick factor to it, but I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. All right, so there is our countertop with the contact paper. Oops, you can see remnants. All my little cuttings, holy moly, if this is any indication of how difficult that was. The sink I ended up just covering, and then if you get in here real close, it's not like the best, but like this, I feel like it's pretty nice looking and it feels really good. My main goal was to cover it with as few little seams as I could and without getting any bubbles. And I think I did a pretty good job. I'm sure there's some bubbles in there. Let's turn the lights on. Okay. There you go. So from far away, looks pretty good. All right, I finished up all our final touches. Time for the reveal, but first let's take a quick look back at what it used to look like, and then I'll walk you through the after. Okay, so walking on in, immediately things feel a lot lighter and brighter, very fresh and crisp. I realize I'm kind of giving you the ambient lighting tour. I did add a few puck lights. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They came in a set of 6. They were like $15 on Amazon. I linked most of the things I used, and I swear the puck lights are the favorite. Lighting makes a big difference. And this little touch light over here I got at Marshall's, just really cute changes, just kind of makes it a whole vibe. But I'll turn the lights on. I don't know, I kind of like the ambient tour better, but you can see our shower curtains. I love the double layer look like that. Our little shelf turned out pretty good. Might need to do a piece of art there. We'll see. I do like the storage, and with the lighting, it kind of adds a different element there. So kind of fun. Got some fresh towels just to keep things nice and clean and fresh. And then we added a nice 2x6 foot runner rug, and just having it run down the middle of the floor makes the floor look better instead of having kind of those patchy little old mats we had before. Just gives it kind of a nice polished look. So of course, long term, we will change out this light. And as I was saying in the video earlier, the countertop. This is fine for a Band-Aid, a quick fix, or just testing out kind of some ideas, which it's doing a great job. I know that I want kind of a nice, light, bright, airy countertop just like this. I can take them a picture and say, can we find the real thing? And go from there. We did add some hardware to our vanity, which I think gives it a nice, really updated look. My husband helped me. This was a little bit of a headache. I only included a little bit of footage because we were in our tired hours and I kept mixing up these drawers. It was my fault, and I was just causing a lot of unneeded work. So you know how that goes with projects. But we got it done, and everything's looking really good. I think the biggest lesson learned, oh, hi Ziggy. The biggest lesson from this project was definitely the hardware, and then the faux countertop. This is just my kids, my whole family is teasing me, you guys. They're saying I gift wrapped our countertop, which essentially I did. And it's all good. It is fine. Added some countertop decor. Just fun. It's so much brighter and fresher, and I just love this room a whole lot more. Even though we didn't do a whole big update. This is just a few $100s, couple days. Definitely got it looking nicer. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.